Hello everybody and welcome back to some more League of Legends with PwngoreStormfiend. This time around we're looking at Darius, the Hand of Noxus. There is no greater symbol of Noxus might than Darius, the nation's most feared and battle-hardened warrior. Orphaned at a young age, Darius had to fight to keep himself and his younger brother alive. By the time he joined the military, he had already developed the strength and discipline of a veteran soldier. The first true test of Darius's resolve occurred in a crucial battle against Demacia, where the Noxian forces were exhausted and outnumbered. Darius's captain called for his troops to retreat, but Darius refused to accept such an act of cowardice. Breaking formation, Darius strode towards the captain and decapitated him with one sweep of his gigantic axe. Both terrified and inspired, the soldiers followed Darius into battle, and fought with incredible strength and fervor. After a long and grueling battle, they ultimately emerged victorious. Seizing momentum from the victory, Darius led his now fiercely loyal troops in a devastating campaign against Demacia. After proving his power on the battlefield, Darius turned his gaze homeward. He saw Noxus riddled with weakness, where greedy, complacent nobles drained the nation's strength. Seeking to restore his country to greatness, Darius took it upon himself to reshape Noxian leadership. He identified weak figureheads and violently removed them from their positions of power. Many in Noxus saw Darius's call as an attempt to seize power, but he had a different plan for the throne. He had been watching the rise of Jericho Swain with keen interest. In Swain, Darius saw a leader with the mind and determination to bring Noxus to glory. Now allied with the master tactician, Darius works to unite the nation behind his vision of true Noxian strength. So, Darius is basically the Garen equivalent for Noxus, a really powerful warrior. His younger brother is known as Draven, and Draven's another champion in the league. Where Darius isn't flashy, Darius is direct to the point. Draven is more flashy and show-offy and not as direct to the point. It's interesting, they're kind of opposites in that regard. And as I mentioned in his backstory as well, he has formed a what's the word I'm looking for? An alliance, wow, with Jericho Swain. And he solidified this when Swain was dueling with Kieran Darkwill, and when Kieran got beat, Darius had him executed, took his head off, as a show, I guess, of faith to Jericho Swain. The other thing with Darius that's interesting is if you look in his classical splash art, you can see a figure that looks similar to Aatrox. Whether or not this is Aatrox or a different Darkin, we don't know, but it is very different from Aatrox, so it's easy to say that it very well could be a different Darkin. You can normally rule out a different Noxian troop because from what we've seen in Noxian troops, it doesn't look similar. The only thing it sort of bears a resemblance to is a very specific honor guard of Noxus, but they have 4 instead of two eyes. So it's definitely different and could be a Darkin. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this look at Darius, the Hand of Noxus, and I will see you all next time. But remember, a united Noxus could control the world and would deserve to.